how is it transforming the way we used to interact with banks and now, and what do we see next?
I think the first thing that has happened with almost every industry, not just with say banks or financial entities, is an introduction of customer support chatbot, which is intelligent enough to look at the user query, understand the context behind it, has access to a lot of data systems internally, is able to then maybe reason, respond, and make sure that the customer has the resolution or the answer to their query. I think that's probably the first and foremost that it's been spoken so many times that it has probably become a cliche by now. I think the other interesting things that have happened are usage of some of these techniques, and that's not that it has happened now, but has been happening in the past, is the usage of models on fraud prediction. Like I talk about classification models, where let's say you predict a class of the data point. So fraud detection models have been around. When I say fraud detection, they could be about payment frauds, they could be about lending frauds, they could even be about say money laundering, that a lot of shell companies, or related to GST hawala, a lot of those cases that are there. So there's a lot of work that has already happened. Now we are able to further augment them with these advancements. For example, if you talk about say LLMs or SLMs, they're about generating something, right? I can then use it to generate a lot of synthetic data. Now that synthetic data can be a lot of data sets which are say fraudulent and non-fraudulent. This, as I said, right, in another question, right, the creation or provisioning of data sets which are clean for training purposes itself remains a big problem. I think that is one problem that is beginning to get addressed by generating synthetic data. The besides fraud, I think one of the biggest use cases for banking industry is also the lending use case. So underwriting, credit underwriting is one of the biggest areas where we are seeing a lot of application, and we also have a lot of great application of AI and Gen AI on that field within our company. Then there's a lot of good work that has been also happening on credit risk assessment, also how analysis of transactions for hyper personalization. So there is no end to what's happening on the banking side.